Dreams may not simply come true. That's right. Dreams may die in their cradle, and wishes may drown in the sea of reality, listening to the voice of despair emanating from the darkness. The last song. Once upon the vast seas sailed Brook, a merry musician and member of the legendary Rumbar Pirates. Known affectionately as Soul King, he wasn't just a pirate. He was a maestro of melodies and a weaver of dreams, a laughing skeleton in the face of adversity. The smile never leaves my lips. Oh, I forgot, I don't have lips. I am a skeleton. My favorite song is Bink's Sake, and I have a story to tell you about this song today. Decades ago, I was the vice captain in the Rumbar Pirates crew, a happy bunch, with simple dreams and grand ambitions to conquer the world, not for treasures, but for adventure. We traversed the Grand Line, where our days began and ended with songs. We were like one big family, where everyone played instruments and loved rhythms, and I was the one leading that artistic family. Under the command of Captain Yorkie, a cheerful and tolerant man aiming to become the greatest pirate of his generation. One day, while playing our favorite song, we heard a strange sound. It was a little whale, drawn to us by our singing, as if it loved that song, loved hearing it, or simply loved the fun and life on our ship. It sang along with us, and its face was full of joy as it watched us sing. The little whale followed us along the West Blue, completing the journey and singing with us, traveling with us, fighting alongside us. How could this little whale be part of us? We loved it dearly, considering it a genuine member of our crew. However, as we approached the Red Line separating the other seas from the Grand Line, we knew we had to part ways with our little friend Laboon. The Grand Line was a dangerous and treacherous place, a graveyard for ships and dreams. We couldn't guarantee our own lives, let alone protect this little whale. Despite our warnings, Laboon refused to leave us. I tried to talk to him, but he wouldn't listen. With heavy hearts, we had to ignore our friend, hoping he would understand. Laboon kept calling for us, but we pretended not to hear or see him until he disappeared from our sight. We continued our journey, crossing the Red Line and reaching the first step in the Grand Line. There, we met a lighthouse keeper named Crocus, who welcomed us to the Grand Line and asked about the little whale standing near our ship. It was Laboon, the little whale who followed us all this way. We sang the song he loved, celebrating beautifully and spending happy days at the Red Line Lighthouse. I talk here about Laboon, who I believe understands me. I told him that the next journey is very dangerous and we cannot protect him. He must stay here. But as usual, he didn't agree until the captain came and told him that this is not farewell. He must wait for us to complete our journey, which strangely will bring us back through this route. We will meet him again for sure. So he waited for us here for a couple of years, hoping we'd come back to him. And thus we set off on our journey through the Grand Line. The Grand Line was a very strange, unbalanced, and unrealistic sea. Even storms would suddenly arise, and snow would fall after scorching heat. What was happening with this sea? Yet we were pirates, Rumbar Pirates, and we faced the challenges of that sea, proving ourselves to be an underestimated force. Even our captain gained his first bounty on his head. We laughed, sang, and joked among ourselves. We were the musical pirates who made even the crying child smile. Our happy moments seemed endless, and so we thought they would never end. But it seems they did. A strange illness crept into the ship's crew, infecting the captain and quite a few of the crew members. The doctor declared that he didn't know what this illness was and couldn't treat it because it was unknown to him. However, it was clear that this disease was contagious, so the captain and the infected were isolated. Days passed, and the captain's condition worsened to the point where we lost hope in his recovery. We decided to leave through the calm belt, but he refused. He smiled and asked us to continue the journey, not to stop. Everyone agreed to his request, and they left the room with his smile etched in their minds, tears burning their cheeks. As soon as everyone left, his fake smile vanished, replaced by tears of sorrow that told me he could no longer bear the situation. It was a sad scene, heartbreaking, and it tore at my heartstrings, watching the man with whom I founded this happy, musical crew. The farewell moments arrived. The captain's ship sailed amid the storm of the song he loved. These were the days that were once joyful and smiling. Today, They turned into a dark day, shrouded in heavy farewell clouds that rained tears instead of rain and sowed sorrow in the hearts of everyone. Goodbye, my friend. Perhaps we will meet again, farewell. And because life must go on no matter what, we continued the journey, and I became the new captain. I tried my best to steer this ship and guide it towards the right path as much as possible. We felt the bitterness of the captain's absence, but we had to fulfill his wish and continue this strange journey that would end when we reached Florian Triangle. Is there anyone alive? Those were my first words after the brutal battle we had with another pirate crew. Someone answered yes, but only a few of us remained alive, and not for long, as the enemy's weapons were poisoned. It seemed we would all die. Thus, our journey came to an end, the end of our dreams and ambitions. It seems dreams do not come true after all, and those who persevere may not reach their goals. And so it ended, with death lurking around his ship. We were very few who remained alive, and I watched as the shadows of death hovered around us. We sang the last song of the Rumbar Pirates, which we would surely deliver to Laboon. One by one my comrades fell, and soon there were only 4 musicians left, then 3, then 2. Finally, the place fell silent. Only the sound of the piano that I played remained, indicating that there was still life. Even that sound ceased when I fell and departed from life. Darkness and silence finally enveloped everything. I woke up feeling something strange. The ship was in a terrible state, its features changed drastically. I roamed around it, seeing how we used to celebrate and sing together. Everything had changed. None of them were alive except me, and I wandered alone on the deck of the dilapidated ship. Many skeletal remains were scattered on the ship, remnants of my friends with whom I used to sing. What had happened? I gathered their remains in a coffin and held a funeral for them. I continued to wander alone, only to discover that I no longer looked like myself. I am now just a skeleton, with only bones and my afro hair remaining from my body. My soul that left my body seemed to be searching for me amidst the darkness of Florian Triangle. I didn't know what to do. I lived without life, just a skeleton. I lost everything, my friends, my captain, my life, everything. And this ship, which malfunctioned in every way, even the drum, didn't work. The memories kept haunting me like a bullet being shot repeatedly. The memories that kept disappearing only to return and haunt me again, making reality seem like a miserable dream and a terrifying nightmare that I lived through, where my friends and I died, only to return to life. I rejoiced with all my heart, as if I had never rejoiced before, to find that I was still myself. And the dream wasn't a dream, but the harsh reality that I would live with for the rest of my life, between silence, misery, and tragedy.